potentially you could be this guy using the same cup, right, of the world's best boss, right? You might be like this crazy cat, right? You are the business owner. You're trying to run a hustle biz, can save you around 10% of margins. That means you're making an extra 1K from the same revenue being generated. So guys, in this video, I really wanted to talk about something different and something unique compared to all the other videos on my channel. And I've seen this issue really looming in the e-commerce industry, especially with brands out there, and everyone's trying to just create and try to hustle their way to 100K per month, right? But what if we actually adopt a few strategies from billion-dollar brands and trillion-dollar brands, right? Some of them, and understand what's really going on, right? So you need to adapt these strategies from all these big titans in the industry, and you really need to bring that to your brand, right? So then it's like the saying, right? If you aim for the moon, you may reach the stars, right? So if you aim for like hitting $1 trillion valuation, you will definitely cross 100K, right? So 100K per month, that is, right? So let me take you through your current state, right? Let me quickly take you through what that looks like, right? So right now, you might be in a position, right? You might be like this crazy cat, right? You might be in a position where you're literally trying to hustle your way to 100K per month. You're literally having a room that looks like this, right? You are the business owner. You're trying to run a hustle biz, right? You're trying to hustle your way. You're not having the right team potentially, right? You might be in a position where you have not built the right systems as well to scale profitably. And even you've not found potentially the right suppliers and the shipping lines, right? So when you start working with us, wherever that is, right, you will have access to our shipping lines, right? So we have partnerships with different shipping lines, and they can even decrease the cost of your shipping, right? So if, let's say, you're making 10K per month right now, and you just drop your shipping costs and just your overall shipping costs, right? And also change your suppliers, right? And let's say just your shipping and your suppliers in total can save you around 10% of margins. That means you're making an extra 1K from the same revenue being generated, right? So if you scale that up to 100K, and obviously with more volume comes even more saving on margins, then you might save a minimum of 10%, right? That could even be 15, 20%, right? So that's just a very simple and a very small example of what scaling an e-commerce business looks like, right? So there are a lot of systems and team members and a lot of things that you can actually move, the levers that you can move in your business that can actually scale it from what you have on the right over here to this guy on the left, right? So keeping that in mind, right? So even if you're someone who's a complete beginner, right? So you're someone who has just launched their store and you made maybe a few sales or even no sales, right? And you're trying to understand product market fit. You've got a decent budget to really try things out on, because come on, like if you have no budget, then just literally turn off this video and go get a job. Like literally, there's no simple way to tell you that, right? So only if you have the right budget, you have a decent budget, right? And you are willing to test and scale your products and scale your business, because come on, like your business is going to stay with you forever if you build it the right way. We have seen a lot of brands like Gymshark. He literally built it out of his car, right? And yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So again, you are potentially also someone who has seemed to try everything. Like you've literally tried scaling your business in every single way or form, but nothing seems to work, right? Like everything you try just fails, right? Or even if it works, it doesn't work forever, right? It doesn't work consistently, because consistency scales. Only if your business has predictability can you actually scale its revenue, right? So if you are building systems where recurring customers come into your business, right? So let's say first month you have 0 recurring customers, but the next month you have 5 recurring customers and they stay on for the next 6 months. Well, you've just sold 30 products, right? Because You've sold to the same customers 6 times, right? So that's what building a real business looks like, right? And you might be in this confused state right now, and that's all right. Like, we can very, very easily take you to this ninja state, right? And you can be a boss. You can have your employees having these cups where they tell you you're the world's best boss. And potentially you could be this guy using the same cup, right? Of the world's best boss. But anyways, let me take you through what some of the biggest brands are doing, right? So that we can get context and we can really help you scale quickly, right? So what's the Apple business model looking like, right? So you see that the iPhone 15 just released maybe a week or so ago, right? And there's the keynote event that happens from Apple every single year, and they actually release a new product line of products, and it's usually the iPhone, right? That's technically their hero product, their main product, and everything along the iPhone is technically products that you can use in different parts of your day, right? So let me take you through a few examples, right? So what does that look like? So let's say you have bought the iPhone 15, right? But now you need to track the steps that you're taking. You need to track, let's say, any mobile notifications you're getting, but your phone's in your pocket. So you use the Apple Watch, right? And then maybe later on through the day, you want to sketch through some ideas for your business, and then you start looking at the iPad, right? You start requiring the iPad. Now, while you're working on your iPad, let's say you need noise cancellation and you're really tuning into those binaural beats, then you need your AirPods, right? And let's say you're getting into a full session, you're getting into a few meetings, a few online meetings, you're talking to suppliers, you're literally managing your business on your laptop, and you need a MacBook for that, right? And later on through the day, maybe you're just heading home and you're trying to chill out on your couch. That's when you need the Apple TV, right? So you see how they've technically created a full ecosystem, right? From their entire product line, right? And let's take it to Amazon, right? Amazon technically started as a book business, right? They were selling books online in 1990s, 1992, I believe. That's when they launched. So they started as a book business, but they have branched out into all these different products, right? So you see music, there's Alexa, there's a Kindle, there's Prime subscription. But even from Prime, they have derived the Prime Video, right? And even from the Kindle, they have made Kindle Fire. That's like a TV subscription, right? They have Amazon Drive, they have Amazon Web Services. So it's pretty funny that a lot of companies out there, they use a lot of their backend hosting from Amazon Web Services, and no one ever knows about this. It's like a white label service that if you're launching a web services business, you could use Amazon as your backend to supply those services for your customers. So you just do the marketing and they take care of the backend, and it's pretty affordable, right? And they even provide, I believe, customer support, right? Customer support services. So you see how Amazon as well has created this potentially, I think, $1 trillion brand from this suite of products, right? Now, let's look at Google. Google is another crazy big tech company, right? And even they have all these products, right? So you see maps, right? So let's say you wake up in the morning, you need to head for a meeting, you don't know where it's located, you have maps for you, right? Now, once you're done with that, let's say you realize from that meeting that you need to buy a website, right? And then you go to Google Domains to buy a website. Now, after you buy a website, you realize that I need to set up my business presence online. That's why you use Google My Business, right? And after you use Google My Business, you realize that I need to find out what trends are in the market so that I can add those products from those trends into my business. That's where you get Google Trends, right? And from Google Trends, you realize that, okay, now I found my product. I need to be able to market it. That's why you go to Google Ads. And from Google Ads, you realize that, okay, now I need shopping campaigns. So you run shopping campaigns, right? But even after running the shopping campaigns, realize that, okay, now I need to set up customer support and I need to analyze the data that's coming in to my shopping campaigns, right? So once you get customers in, you need a workspace account so that you can basically set up all your customer support reps and their email IDs through Google Workspace. And at the same time, you'd also need analytics to basically understand who are converting and who your customers are and what's your audience looking like, right? And the circle goes on, right? It literally goes on. You'd need a tag manager. You'd probably be using an Android device, right? And yeah, that's basically what the Google workspace and the Google ecosystem looks like, right? Now let's put this into perspective into some of the largest ecom brands out there, right? So you see that bodybuilding.com, right? It's funny that bodybuilding.com, everyone thinks of it as this crazy big fitness brand, right? In reality, they actually have not just like, let's say, protein shakes. Everyone looks at it in terms of protein shakes, but they have a lot of things. They have not just protein shakes, but a lot of health-based drinks that you need potentially if you're joining the gym, if you're joining and you're entering the bodybuilding space, right? If you're someone who's looking to lose weight, then obviously weight management and fat burners. Also a more holistic approach looking at supplements, right? And then obviously it's not just limited to the supplements and what you consume, but also what you wear in the gym, right? So you see a lot of mobility and recovery accessories as well as home gym equipment, right? So not many people are in the space to really head to the gym, or they just want to save time, right? And they need home gym equipment, and you see they technically need all these products. So that's another really big example of what building an ecosystem looks like. And even if we were to take this to Gymshark, right? Gymshark, and Ben Francis is the founder, right? He as well started from protein, right? I believe it's protein. And it's diversified into all these different products. I don't even think it's protein because they don't have it here. But they have all these different products, right, that you need to use in the gym, right? You need a pump cover, you need some vests, some pullovers, some hoodies, things that you use after the gym, products that you use before the gym, right? And yeah, these are even products that you could use outside the gym, right? The accessories, right? So now pulling back to even the Kylie business model. So Kylie Cosmetics, she actually scaled a company to $1 billion by having around 7 employees. And this happened back in the day. This happened around 4 or 5 years ago, right? So that proves the fact that you could make even $1 billion, right? This information is not accurate. If you check up news articles, you'd find it, that the company scaled to $1 billion by having 7 employees. And this happened like a few years ago, right? So that tells you that you need to have the right team members. You don't need to have a lot of team members. You just need to have the right team members, right? And even in Kylie Cosmetics, you can see that the brand actually scaled all the way from skincare, right? From skin products, from cosmetics. It started with cosmetics and then it moved to skincare, right? Because they are pretty much adjacent niches, but each of them are super large tree trunks themselves. They are super large niches themselves, right? But they went from just being a cosmetic brand to being even a skincare brand, right? And later on, they even diversified into a baby brand, right? So that's pretty interesting. Like no one thinks of it. Like they actually took this full journey, right? And they're even a baby brand now. So potentially mothers can buy these products for their babies, right? So you can see how they're again building an ecosystem, right? So the mother would use the cosmetics and then she would also start using the skincare and then so I can use these products even for my baby. So you're implementing it into all of the different segments of a customer's life, right? Not just limiting it to cosmetics, right? But even extending it to products that they could use in the evening or in the night or in the morning, right? Other times of the day. You could consistently use it throughout the day, moisturizers and products like that. Even implementing it into maybe another family member's life. So a baby is not going to purchase these products, right? It's going to be one of the parents who are going to purchase these products for the baby, right? So what that means is you're again involving more than one family member into the purchasing decision, which also means that you've extended your product line, right? So the only way a baby is going to get to experience these products is if the parent buys it, right? And now bringing it back to the point of your business, right? So you might be someone who's, again, just reiterating, you might be someone who's super confused. You might not exactly know how to scale your business. You're confused on what method to use, what marketing channels to use, what suppliers, what shipping lines, what systems, what team members you need. You might have this kind of lifestyle at your house right now where it's super messy. Or this could even be the state of your mind, right? It's super messy and it's not super optimized to scaling your business, right? And that's exactly what we help you do, right? So we actually go ahead, we actually build systems, we actually show you the right systems, we actually show you what you could improve in your product, and also team management. So we actually get you the team members so that you can actually scale your business profitably, because you cannot focus directly on your customer. You would have 100 customers in your e-commerce brand, right? But if you focus on the right things, on the right systems, the product and the team management, you can focus your attention on all your customers at scale, right? So what really is building a brand, right? If you want to build a cash printing machine, then your customers need to love your brand so that your brand becomes a cash printing machine, which can then fill your pockets, right? And building an ecosystem. So this is just a representation of what building an ecosystem looks like, right? So you see that again over here, you see that this is just part of life, right? So everything in the ecosystem contributes to everything else, right? The sunlight, it uses for photosynthesis, and then you see this is the process of life. We just learned this in science class many, many years ago as kids, right? And yeah, you see again, the water evaporates and it goes back into the sky, right? And then it rains and then water comes back down, right? So that's just the definition of what an ecosystem looks like. But you can implement the same thing into your business, right? Have different product lines, have complementary products, right? So for example, if you, let's say, sell car parts, then you could also sell car oil, right? And if you sell cars, then you could also sell car parts, right? You could also sell products that are supplementary or complementary to your main hero product, right? And that's pretty much it. But again, it's not just figuring out the right product lines, it's also figuring out the right systems that can maintain and scale your growth, right? And that's exactly what we help you with, right? And obviously you can go ahead, check out all the other videos on the channel here. You would see a lot of freaking value from all the videos on the channel, right? You'd see videos on how to create $1 million creatives, how to really find the right audiences, even ad strategies, everything. I share everything on this channel, right? Because I know that most people, even if I share the right content and I share good value, most people won't take action, because most people, the law of averages tells me that most people are lazy, right? And that's just the reality, right? So many people, even watching this video, may not take action. They're just going to go back to their phone and just chill out, and that's completely fine. But if that's not you, if you want to prove to yourself that you're not that, then go ahead, send me a message. Send me a message on Instagram. Get in touch with me, and we can definitely build a plan together to scare you, right? So if you don't want to be this confused cat anymore, and you want to be this Chad, this king, who actually is a ninja at running his business, his or her business, then go ahead, send me a message, right? And definitely looking forward to your message and scaling your business, because I'm really excited that we can implement all these systems into your business, right? Take care, guys. And until next time, see you.